Hey guys, ChrisDaKing here, and welcome to my video on tips and tricks, even though it's mainly going to be tips, on the Call of Duty World War II multiplayer, mainly the beta, but hopefully, if stuff isn't too changed by the time the whole game comes out, the tips will be fairly similar and fairly useful. But yeah, hope you enjoy all the tips and tell me in the comments if they're useful. And also, I'm going to put all of the tips up on the screen right now. So if you want to, you can pause the video and see what those are. If you couldn't exactly hear me good, or hear me well. So yeah, continue with the video. Now I know that some of these might be kind of obvious to some people, but to other people they might not be, so don't be too hateful. But the first tip is to hug the walls. Now this is kind of a tip for every Call of Duty game, but this one especially, because in this game, if you go in the open once, you're most likely dead, unless you know your path or where you're going to get to a different cover. You're most likely going to die if you're just standing out in the open looking for people, which also leads to the second tip. Look at the radar more. You can't just like only use your eye and look at the screen and wait for people to come to you and stuff. You gotta look at the radar and kind of track some people down, because a lot of people do camp, sadly. But that also kind of leads in, or the first tip kind of leads into the third tip as well, which is to be fast and use cover. Like, don't prolong things that don't need to be prolonged. Like go from cover to cover, popping up and stuff and shooting people, then go to the next cover. Don't stay in one place for too long. Don't camp. And also, some people might not like this next tip, but it does help gameplay though. It's to use what's comfortable to you, which is weapons and stuff. Don't use anything that's out of your comfort zone. If you're like a running gunning person, don't try to snipe too much. Now you can practice and stuff, obviously, but don't use that when it's only optional. And also, it's really helpful to block off choke points by using Molotovs or just putting down suppressive fire. Or if you have somebody else in your party as well, they can put down suppressive fire while you flank, which is also the other tip, to flank a lot, because you don't just run straight to the middle every single time. You're going to die a whole lot if you do that. And also the last tip, I know these weren't a lot of tips, and also I wish I could put like clips of me using these tips in the video, but I don't know how to do that with Share Factory. If you guys know how to, tell me, by the way. But the last tip, or kind of advice, is don't use the paratroopers. They like really suck. They're just like recruit bots. They don't even have any extra health or nothing. You can shoot them out of the sky and they're really easy to kill. They don't have very good aim or damage. Yeah. So if you guys do think these tips are useful, or you like the video, don't forget to leave a like or tell me in the comments which tip you like the best. If you like my content in general, do not forget to subscribe, and I will see all of you dudes in the next video. Goodbye.